Hey folks, Quillian here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Aurora 4X. So I don't know, in the last video, why we couldn't open the system generation display screen. It was giving us an error about a missing DLL. I just restarted the game one more time, and then all of a sudden it worked perfectly fine. So here is the Sol system. Notice that on Mars, I don't know if you noticed this, things are getting pretty good. The temperature is only at minus 30, or minus 13. Once it hits minus 10, this will technically count as a perfectly habitable planet for humans. We're getting very close there. But not only can we do that, we can go over to Wolf 359. This should work perfectly fine. Don't know what was giving us problems before. And we can get a full readout of the system over here. We still have a bunch of scouting that is left to do in Wolf 359. Tons of asteroids, of course, and a good number of moons. It is worth noting, of course, we'd already noticed that Wolf 359-A2. So Wolf 359 is the name of the star system. Dash A indicates the sun. There's only one sun, one star in the system, the A. And then planet number 2 over here. It doesn't have a huge amount of air pressure, so it'll need a fair amount of terraforming, but we can get there and make this a very, very lovely planet. And it's got some minerals. In fact, you know what I should do right now? Can I double click on this to open this? Can I create a colony from here? Actually, I don't know why you can't create a... Oh, yeah, add colony. Boop. Grind, grind, grind. Oh, it's probably refreshing this view. Yep, okay, excellent. Let's take a look over here at Wolf 359A-2. And let's send out a shuttle containing a geology team. That's how I'm going to flavor text the fact that we can create a geology team just about anywhere. In fact, I would very much like to have the absolute best team. Captain Liam Cook, you're going to be taken from the maple syrup, and you're going to be in charge of this team. Same thing here with the dead meat. We want the highest skilled people to be actually on the ground on this planet. You are actually interesting. You have a lot of survey skill, Mr. Zachary Jones, and you're currently assigned to one of our destroyers, the flagship, Edo 89. You're on the geological ship, the Newton Durham, which is a new ship that I built between episodes here. We'll show you in a second. And you're one of our scientists. We're not going to replace you, and we're going to grab you. So that is a 5-man team, which is the size we need. And we're going to deploy you out on Wolf 359A-2. There's got to be a way to rename this planet, right? Because this is obviously a very, very, very dull name. It doesn't seem to happen from here. Rename body. Excellent. Tempted to rename the star. I think we'll leave the star name the same way, but we're going to name the planet. Now, what do we name it after? I'm tempted to just grab a subscriber name, because that's sort of the whole idea, right? But should it be someone who's already been established for some reason? Should it just be a random subscriber? You know what I'm going to do? At least for now, I'm going to name this planet Essentia. Essentia, the head moderator of our little community here, not only just my community, my Twitch, but several other streamers, also happens to be the name of my wife. So Essentia is going to be the name of the first planet outside the solar system that we are technically configuring as a colony. We do have to terraform it for it to be proper, but really, other than the fact that either we need infrastructure or terraforming, this is going to be a lovely little terrestrial planet. Look at this. It looks beautiful over here. You can go to System Graphic over here and get some extra info as well. There's the planet that we're going to be colonizing. You can check out, let's go to Sol and compare. Grind, 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 grind. There we go. Here's the Sol system, for example. Now, notice there's a couple others in there. We're going to come right back to that. So, yeah, Wolf 359, I'm going to be very anxious to terraform that. Now, of course, I use cargo ships to bring our terraformers out there. But I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to leave our ground-based terraformers in the Sol system. Right now, they are still on Mars. We're getting very close to the right temperature. And then once we hit minus 10, I'm going to switch this to, I guess nothing actually. It can keep working safe greenhouse gases because we need to make sure that our oxygen goes below 30%. So we may as well fill as much as we can out of safe greenhouse gases. Maybe we'll bring it to try to see if we can hit a nice average temperature of 14, which is literally the sweet spot for the humans in this game. And then we'll just fill the rest up with nitrogen or something like that. But then after we're done terraforming Mars, we'll probably move the terraformers to Luna. And then after that, maybe to Mercury. Luna's growing quite nicely because it always has a good consistent source of infrastructure, mostly that it is constructing its own. Let's see here. It constructed almost 1,000 infrastructure over the past year, whereas Mars isn't producing as much, mostly because Mars is still, actually it's not cranky at all, it's just not doing as good of a job of producing enough infrastructure to keep pace with its population. The population is actually over the infrastructure count right now. But that's okay, it's not going to need much infrastructure soon because it's about to become terraformed. So what other action has taken place here between episodes? Well, I have explored 2 other jump points. I was like, oh, I don't know if I should do this between episodes. But I'm like, you know what? I'll jump through and see if there's anything interesting. And the very first system we jumped to from here was Lumen 16, which, if we open up the system view for it, this is going to open up very quickly because it literally has nothing. It is a binary system. It has 2 suns, Lumen 16A and B, but it has no planets, no moons. Notice that you can actually have up to 4 suns in a single star system over here. That's what these tabs represent, but only the first one is used. It's got nothing going on. It's got 2 suns, one here and one here. Literally, that's all. It does have jump points, which I can show the points there. So I've got the gravitational survey ship, Dead Meat, scouting out all the jump points in the Lumen system because it had already finished with the jump points in Wolf 359. We still have the Maple Syrup A here in Wolf 359. That is scouting out all the asteroids, of which there are many. But we have just recently jumped into the Leuten system over here. That's Lumen again. Leuten system over here, which has a handful of asteroids, although not very many. It's pretty light on the asteroids. Let me hide that. But it does have some planets with some moons. And actually, is this a double star system? I think it is. This is the central star. I think this is another star that's got more stuff in orbit. Hold on, let's open this up. I don't think I realized that. Yeah, it's got 2 suns. And this one sun over here orbits very far away. So there's this inner ring of planets here, another sun way out here. Amazing. What's also notable, it's got these LP points over here. This I just popped in just recently over here. Our Newton Durham, which is our new geological vessel, is going to go and scout out some of the moons and things over here. But it's got these LPs. These are I think they're Lagrange points, which is not, I guess whatever. They're a gravitational magic point. That is a thing that exists in real life. But in here, I'd never seen them before. And if I go and take the GeV Newton Durham, I can tell it to go to one of these Lagrange points, so LP1. It can be used for an intra-system jump. So you choose that, and then you choose the destination. So it can pop to one of the other 2. So you can go in here and pop out over here. I don't think the ships will do that on their own, but it's really interesting. If there were any combat to pop up over here, we'd be able to do neato kind of things going on here, which I like. Now, so far there's no indication that there's anything in this system, or anyone in the system, I should say. Let's go and take a look at the system view. In fact, these purple things are sort of colonizable. Actually, that's really interesting. So this moon here is, I guess, purple, because I think it goes, I don't remember the colors. Ooh, hello. Colony cost is a little high. Why is that? Not enough air pressure, and it's a little too cold. But there's a lot of stuff we could colonize in this system. Very exciting. I mean, they all need some terraform. Well, they don't all need terraforming. We can start colonizing Leuten as soon as it's got some infrastructure. Yeah, we're going to take a look at that. Wow, that is really quite neat. Now, I do have a few extra ships that I have built. Right now, they're mostly hanging around the Sol system. I have built, if I look at the task forces, then we still have our Sol defense fleet, but I have a jump gate construction. Hold on. Construction task group right over here. And I have told it to start building a jump gate at the point that we can go, the jump point for Wolf 359. Wolf 359 seems safe. There doesn't seem to be anything there. There's a lot of stuff going on, although now I'm realizing the Leuten area has a lot of stuff going on too. When this jump gate gets built, and right now it takes 180 days to build this jump gate. But once it finishes it, anyone from the Sol system can jump through that jump gate and go to Wolf 359. I think the very first thing I'm going to do is jump the Mick Rider 240 over here through the jump gate, and then build the jump gate on the opposite side, which I think we need to do. I'm not entirely sure, because it's quite interesting. When we had our Sol defense fleet over here with the analog light bulb that is basically acting as a jump tender right now, this, as long as it's at a jump point, people can jump through it in either direction, as long as it's there. But I think it's easy to manage, and that's what it's actually doing. It's popping through the jump point, grabbing the ship, and then pulling it back through or something like that. I think you have to build a jump gate on both sides to have the traffic going both directions, but I don't know. Anyway, that's that. A bunch of our little mining colonies and things have started to run a little bit low on minerals again. That is certainly a thing that it continues to happen. We still only have this one colony, which is really, or this one corporation, which I find very odd. I'm really expecting there to be more than one, but you know, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as that guy builds plenty of ships. I'm not going to complain too much. So it's going to take another 124 days to finish that jump gate, and you know that's that. So we'll keep an eye on the Newton Durham over here buzzing around Luton, see exactly how it's doing. Make sure it doesn't get blowed up or anything. Everything seems to be okay. Unrest on Mars due to overcrowding. Don't worry, guys. Very soon you'll be fine. Yeah, we haven't been blowed up yet. And actually, we don't have anything that's literally currently colonizable here. So it's a good sign that there shouldn't be an enemy race unless it's something that has a completely different environmental makeup than us. Okay, we're very close there. Very close. The Coates colony is refactoring some of its ships. Okay, let's go to 30-day ticks. I think that's going to be perfectly fine. It'll still max out at 1 day for the sub-ticks. A new shipping line was created. Look at that, just as I'm complaining about it. A new shipping line. Harrier Carrier Services. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to subsidize it a bit. Give it a kickstart in terms of money so that it can build its own ships and diversify things. There you go. Just built some colony ships. Excellent. It's going to be right on time because Mars is going to need a lot of colonists soon. The jump gate has been created. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited about this. So, jump gate. Oh, it's a nice little square around the jump gate. So, our jump gate construction squad, even though you don't have your own jump drive, you should be able to jump through the Wolf 359 jump point, which says jump gate. Go ahead and transit. And if I just tick, just 1 hour or any amount of time, I don't know if 5 seconds would even do it. You have indeed jumped to the other side. Now, I'm curious. No, you'll need a jump gate on this side. But just to test, if I ask you to jump back through Seoul, can you do it? Nope, you cannot do it. Okay, that's as expected, which is perfectly fine. So what you're going to do is you're going to build a jump gate on this side of things. Bam. Goes to work. So we'll be able to have traffic going both directions from the Seoul system to Wolf 359, which means we're going to be able to set up trade or colonize or have ships go back and forth. Jump gates have no maximum tonnage at all. So, in a sense, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, my battle fleet didn't necessarily need its own jump drive. I could have just built the jump gate ship right from the start, have it built jump gates in my system, in Seoul, because it's only a one-way thing. People can't use my jump gate to come into my system. I could have built a jump gate literally every single jump point and then started to send people through like that. Would have saved a lot of tonnage on my ships, but I sort of wanted to demo things. Plus, it does give us some flexibility, which is nice. Shield research done, but more things are queued up, so that's perfectly fine. Got our Delta shields finally, which ultimately I didn't have enough room on my ships to build a shielded ship, but that's okay. Still talking about overcrowding. Mars, you must be so close. Minus 10.64. As soon as it crosses minus 10, we'll be warm enough. But again, I'm going to keep working on the greenhouse atmospheric pressure here. Just because it'll raise the temperature, and that'll be nice. But let's go a 30-day chunk here. Boom. Okay. It is now within human temperature standards. Our planetary suitability is still 2.0, and the reason for that is simply because our oxygen is above 30%, but it is dropping. Let's go on another 30-day tick. Oh. New jump point found. Oh! Got an early interruption. So the Lumen system, yeah. No, we know there's going to be more jump points there. Well, we suspect there's going to be more jump points. So we'll get back to you. You completed some research, but almost certainly you're queuing something else up. Indeed, you are. Long-term health. Yeah, we're researching a variety of battalions. Basically, I queued up like everything that was relatively cheap and that we might want at some point. So ground battalions, all that kind of jazz. Complaining about overcrowding on Mars, that'll go away. As soon as people can walk around and breathe air and not need to live in biodomes, they're going to be happy. Ooh, the Gabuk class retooling has happened on Earth. So what is the Gabuk class? First of all, I should show you the McRider 240 terraforming ship. Basically, it literally, or no, sorry, spoiler alert. It literally is just a ship with an engine and a jump gate construction kit. That is our Mick Rider jump gate construction ship. It's also got good range as well. It's 54,000 tons, which is not the biggest. The Gabook class terraformer is 145,000 tons. It's huge, but it packs 5 terraforming modules. This means with that amount of atmospheric pressure, so it does 0.0125, means, if I'm remembering my math correctly, in 8 years, it can generate 0.1 atmosphere of pressure. That happens to be the target for our oxygen, right? That's why I sort of looked at that number. So in 8 years, this one ship hovering in orbit above a planet will generate enough oxygen for human norms. We'll still have to create, all the greenhouse gases and whatever, but that's fantastic. And in particular, we could have more than one operating. So on Earth here, our Yellow Dog dockyard is now set up to construct that. So we will go ahead and add one. It'll be the Gabook 001. Get it queued up. You can see it leads a lot of duranium. Right now we're still currently good on material, so that's good. And I think I'm going to tell the Yellow Dog to actually add an extra slipway. It's going to take a lot of resources. I don't know if having more slipways, if it makes it more expensive to retool something. Yeah, maybe I'll hold off. I'm not sure, actually, about that. But we will probably have this thing spit out multiple terraforming ships. Because we've got a lot of stuff to terraform now. We've got these jump... Things are going to change really quickly right now. We've got all these jump gates. We're going to be able to set up places all over the place. Really excited about that. Shield regeneration done. What's the population of Earth right now? 1.1 billion. It certainly has bounced back quite a bit. Mars... temperature is getting better. Oxygen pressure slowly dropping. But as soon as we finish the first terraforming ship, I actually might send it to Mars, just to get it to finish that a little bit faster. We'll see how it goes. Neutronium on Whipple is being exhausted. Oh, we have a bunch of research labs that aren't doing anything. I wonder what category is not doing anything. It's not biology. It's not construction. Is it defensive systems? Oh, it is. We have no one... Evie's not doing anything in defensive systems. Right, she just finished shields and recharge rate. Well, we'll get the next level of regenerate, that's for sure. And we can get a little thermal reduction that we could use to start considering to build some stealthy type ships. That's even without cloaking theory. But we may as well start researching that and unlock some interesting possibilities later on. Cloaking devices in this game work very straightforward. They effectively make your ship effectively smaller in terms of radar contact, which makes them a lot harder to detect. It's actually a really straightforward and simple way to do it. Palma has no more Sorium. That's okay. Colony ships are being built. That's groovy. More freighters and things are being generated. There we go. Fuel harvester. Really? That's interesting. That's very interesting. What are you going to do with that? Are you sending it to Saturn? Because I don't think Jupiter has any Sorium. Neptune. But what are you going to do? Can I interact with that? Is that going to create effectively a colony on Neptune? I don't want you to steal all my gas. But if you can generate fuel for me, I would not complain about that. I'm going to wait until it gets there and see what happens. Because we're not really hurting for Sorium. Again, we've got our base on Venus, which is perfectly fine. Oh, I didn't realize there's already stuff happening on Neptune. No. Fusion boosted fission warhead. So now we have ×5 damage available. We still have the labs working? Yeah, we do. Neptune's not a thing, right? No. I wonder if it's possible that they don't actually consume the fuel. Let me just... Oh, right. You can't actually create a colony there. Minerals. Neptune. Wouldn't it be near the list? The top? I thought all the planets were at the top. Hold on. I'm doing that thing where I can't see a thing again. Uranus. Oh, there's Neptune. So, 376. Yeah, it has low accessibility, too. They are actually consuming Sorium there. Now, am I getting the fuel? Can I buy the fuel? There didn't seem to be a way to do that. Huh. That is new to me. It's probably fine, though. I just want to check on Mars again. I think it's got a while to go yet. Temperature's good. We're just waiting for the oxygen to drop below 30%, and then we are golden. New jump points. Oh, who is this? Yes, gravitational survey, but who was doing it? The Dead Meat. The Dead Meat finished the full gravitational survey of Lumen 16A. So we're going to tell Dead Meat, which is our only gravitational survey ship, why don't you go through the Sol jump point, just return home, then go to Earth and refuel. And then we'll get you to go through another jump point relatively soon. Oh, there's no one waiting on the other side here to do the jump. Right, that makes sense. Do I have another jump gate ship being produced? Because I want more than one, I'm pretty sure. I'm not, but I'm going to build another one. Because they are slow enough, it's going to be well worthwhile having more than one. And the Dead Meat, right, of course, you can't follow your orders right now, so I'm just going to tell you to remove all orders and remove your special orders as well so you don't bother me. I promise I won't forget about you, Dead Meat. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, Geology Team finished its mission. Which is on what? Oh, on Essentia. That's right. You are chilling on Essentia. Right over here. So I don't think you found anything at all, did you? Liam Cook. Liam Cook. When did they start complaining? That's minerals located, but that's not from the team. Where's the first reference to Liam Cook not finding anything anymore? Okay, geosurvey complete. So instead of light blue here. Right, you completed it. Oh, new mineral deposits. You did? Wow, you found a crap ton. Holy crap. Look at this. You found more neutronium and bornite, increasing the cap. I don't know if that changed the availability. But you also found a massive deposit of andrite. The accessibility is really low. But a massive deposit. Holy crap. I mean, the total here is still 1.7 total availability. Far from great. But we can make a colony here, and if we're going to have a colony here, we may as well set them up with a bunch of mines or something of that nature. I don't know. We can ship over some ground-based mines and some construction factories from Earth and get things started here to just build whatever. I mean, it doesn't have carbonite or titanium or anything, but the Wolf 359 sector has a crap ton of asteroids. So most likely, there's going to be enough stone. So yeah, we're going to set up a real colony in Wolf 359. Very much like a second Earth, Earth 2. And we are going to ship all the mining from all these rocks over to planet Essentia, which means Essentia will have access to basically all the minerals here. That way we don't have to worry, oh, we can use all mass drivers. We don't have to worry about using cargo ships, which burn fuel, to shuffle goods around. As long as we keep in mind the fact that, I mean, obviously if we're building ships or whatever, we're going to be building it on Essentia. Alternatively, we could just use Essentia as a giant sort of point to accumulate all of the minerals before we ship them out again. But that wouldn't work either, because if we're going to ship them out to Sol, the Sol jump point is super far away. What's the distance there? So Essentia is like right in the middle there, right? Yeah, right there. Not literally the closest to the sun, though. There's another one sneaking out there. So basically, the distance from the sun, more or less, to the jump gate is 1 billion kilometers. Yeah, I don't think that's practical to really ship that many goods back and forth. So we really are going to set up a for realsies colony over here. And that's going to be awesome. I'm really excited about that. I hope you guys are pumped, too. I guess I'm going to put a cut in here. We've got, people are busy. We are building jump gates all over. We are building a new jump gate ship. We are building terraforming ships. The terraforming ships, I think if we're not done terraforming Mars by the time it gets done, I will send them to Mars just to help send this over the top, just so that we can finish it up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move the Martian ground-based terraforming installations over to the moon. And then the terraforming ships are going to move over to Essentia. It'll just be a lot easier to get that going there. And then what we'll do is we'll continue to build more terraforming ships. The one downside is the terraforming ships do move very slowly. Actually, I might be wrong about that. No, I did add a bunch of engines. How many engines we have? 6 of them, yeah. To get the speed up, because I was like, oh, one engine was going to move at 70. I'm like, well, who cares? It's just going to be an orbit and a planet forever. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want it to take like 6 months to go from the jump point to a planet. That would be pretty terrible, especially since there's a limited deployment time. So, a little bit more there, but the range is going to be fine. Really happy with that. I mean, I guess it was only 1 billion. That's not that far now that I think about it. Because, again, with Earth, 1 billion kilometers from Earth gets you almost to Saturn. Wait. Yeah, actually, it gets you to past Jupiter on almost to Saturn, which is pretty decent. I don't think of that as like an extreme distance, so I guess it's not too terrible. Earth, what kind of stuff do you have sitting in your mines or in your stockpile? You actually don't have as much thorium as I would have thought. Is anything we're building using thorium? Actually, I think that is, first of all, entirely true. Because, yeah, the jump gate ship uses quite a bit of thorium by itself, which isn't too bad. And, of course, we're refining the fuel as well, which is still going up. Venus, what are you packing here? You shouldn't have a stockpile, and you don't. Because not only do we have a mass driver. Actually, we don't have a mass driver, but we have 13 civilian colonies, each one of which includes a mass driver, and then we have 45 automated mines of our own. What we probably want to do, actually, is send more automated mines to Venus, mostly because it's our primary source of thorium right now. Oh, it does have a huge stockpile. What am I looking at? I think I was looking at something over here. It has a huge stockpile. I guess maybe, civilian factories, maybe they only give you 1 mass driver per. So that has a huge stockpile. Earth. You are going to construct, I don't know, like 5 mass drivers. We're definitely going to use them at some point. And I think I'm going to get you to build like another 100 automated mines. If we're not going to use them here, we'll use them in the other solar system anyway. Building a bunch more missiles, which is going to be good. We have a half-decent little military that I'm happy with. We are building that night. When's that night going to finish? Oh, really soon. Actually, let's go ahead and skip 30 days. Boom. Done! So, right away, before we forget, we are going to grab the Soul Defense Fleet, and we're going to move the Knigget into that. So we finally have our proper military fleet actually assembled the way that we want it. It's currently still undergoing a little bit of task force training. They're getting used to working with each other, which will improve their responsiveness. It looks like the light bulb doesn't get any TF training, presumably because it doesn't actually have any of its own guns, which is interesting. The Sorolitish didn't have enough missiles on Earth when it was done to actually get filled out. So we're just going to tell it to grab a full reload from the local population. There we go. So now it has a full load, which didn't refresh here, but if I were to close and reopen the screen or just switch between task forces, actually, which would have been a bit faster, you have 100%. And the DE Knight, when you were built, we didn't have quite enough anti-ship missiles. Yeah, and you still don't have enough. Oh, no, you're good. There we go. No, sorry, over here. So, yeah, we have to wait for some more to fill out over there. But these guys are just sitting at Earth, being trained. We are consuming some of our resources to do some maintenance of these ships while they're in orbit, but they don't have to worry about their own maintenance. Their maintenance clock still adds up. Actually, I don't even know if that's true. If they're in orbit around Earth, actually, it probably is. So it's at 0.25. If we go 30 days, shuka. Still 0.25. Maybe it doesn't. I know that if something is in a boat bay, it doesn't accrue like anything at all. But maybe the maintenance clock doesn't change as long as they're in orbit of a planet, which is nice. But still, the 3 of these ships have a quarter year of maintenance accrued already. I wonder if we can get more detailed information. Ooh, there's an armor display. Actually, I don't think I realized that. You can see how thick our armor is. Very useful to see, actually. Well, some of you are probably disappointed that there hasn't been any combat yet. But I, personally, am very, very happy about that. Not sectors. I want the galactic map over here. I don't know why this doesn't, like, auto-generate a reasonable map. That is one thing that's a little bit odd. And which one of these? There we go. System positions. Line up. Let's do that. Line up out there. There we go. That is a bit odd. Why is this one red? Because there's nothing inhabitable, maybe? 2 suns, I assume is the 2. Does Wolf 359 have 2 suns? I don't remember. Oh, loading this up is so slow on Earth. I should have gone somewhere else first. I should have gone to the actual system. No, it doesn't have 2 suns. So what does that mean? Oh, I forgot to save the position. Silly me. Do that and that. And system position and line up. Yeah, I'd say it's not quite far enough. Oh. Save positions. What does that mean then, the 2? Fleet maintenance? Total cost of maintenance for fleets in the system when the map was loaded. But that's still a 2. So it's not that. Oh, unexplored jump points. That shows and hides some things. Show jump point survey status. It's red because I don't think we've started it. But we finished one of these. Does Wolf just have 2 other jump points? Is that what it means? I bet you that's exactly what it means. Yeah. That makes so much sense. So if we save positions, close this, and check Wolf 359. Jump point 1. Unexplored. Jump point 2 goes to Seoul. And that's... No, then there's a third one. Maybe the 2 meant unexplored jump points. 1, 2. That makes sense. And if we check out Luiten or whatever over here... Oh, well, we haven't finished the scan. Right, we've got a bunch of survey points we haven't checked out yet. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you very much for watching. I hope everyone is as excited as I am about the fact that humanity... I have not even been in power for 50 years yet. In 2068, it's going to be the 50-year anniversary of Quiliteen's conquest of Earth. And we have not yet, and we have almost, rather, started a colony outside of our own solar system, which is nuts. On the other hand, in something that is very much me, is the fact that Mars has been overcrowded and having a miserable time for its entire history. That being said, we are coming in very close. As soon as the oxygen count here hits 30% or less, Mars will be 100% inhabitable, and our people there will not need their infrastructure biodomes anymore. They'll be able to wander around, and the population of Mars will explode like crazy as people start to do it like bunnies. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.